She had it all femme beauty and a role on the most-watched TV show in the world. Yasmine Bleeth was the ultimate 90s dream girl, but behind the sun-kissed beaches of Baywatch was a storm no one saw coming. Addiction, scandal, and a shocking arrest would turn her life upside down. What could drive a global sex symbol from red carpets to rehab, and then total silence? This isn't just a fall from grace, it's a haunting look at how Hollywood chews up its icons. Bleeth was born on June 14, 1968, in New York City. Her father, Philip Bleeth, was of Russian Jewish and German Jewish heritage, while her mother, Karina, was a Catholic Pied Noir from Algeria with French ancestry. That diverse lineage gave Yasmine a striking beauty and quiet confidence that would set her apart from an early age. She began her career before she could even walk appearing in a Johnson & Johnson No More Tears commercial at just 10 months old. At 6, she was featured on Candid Camera and posed in a Max Factor campaign with model Cristina Ferrari, catching the attention of iconic photographer Francesco Scavullo, who included her in his book Scavullo Women. By 12, she was starring in the film Hey Babe with Buddy Hackett, and by 16, she had landed a role as Ryan Finelli on the soap opera Ryan's Hope, which she held until its final episode in 1989. Her career seemed unstoppable until a personal tragedy pulled her off course. Shortly after Ryan's Hope ended, Yasmine's mother was diagnosed with inflammatory breast cancer, a rare and aggressive disease. Within a year, Karina Bleeth had passed away, and Yasmine was shattered. She turned down work, avoided the public, and sank into mourning. "I stayed home, watching cooking shows, taking walks," she recalled. For 8 months, she disconnected from Hollywood, but slowly, she returned to the screen. Then, in 1993, she was cast as Carolyn Holden on Baywatch. It was the role that would define her career. At its peak, Baywatch was the most-watched show in the world, seen by over 1 billion people globally. Even among the show's glamorous cast, Yasmine stood out. Her combination of strength, sex appeal, and sincerity made her a fan favorite. She wasn't just a pretty face. Carolyn Holden had heart, and Yasmine brought her to life. Soon, the world took notice. In 1995, People named her one of the 50 most beautiful people in the world. From 1996 to 2001, she was a regular on FHM's 100 Sexiest Women in the World list. Her fame had gone stratospheric, but stardom came at a price. Behind the glamour was mounting pressure-endless paparazzi, objectifying headlines, and a media industry obsessed with her body. Fat-shaming and ageist rumors chipped away at her self-worth. She was constantly judged by how she looked, not by who she was. She was so out of the business, co-star Tracy Bingham recalled. It got that bad. Struggling under the spotlight, Yasmine began turning to cocaine. What started as a way to escape emotional pain quickly spiraled into dependency. She admitted that the drug helped her avoid facing her failing relationship and the weight of expectation. "Cocaine was easing me through the problems I was having with my boyfriend," she later revealed. But the relief came at a terrifying cost. By 2000, Yasmine was unraveling. She checked into the Promises Rehab Center in Malibu, where she met Paul Torito, a nightclub owner. Despite warnings against starting a relationship during early sobriety, the two fell in love. But recovery wasn't easy. During a Glamour magazine photo shoot that same year, Yasmine collapsed. Her nose bled uncontrollably, and she had withered to a size 0. A doctor later diagnosed her with nasal gangrene tissue inside. Her nose was rotting due to drug use and could have infected her brain. Still, she couldn't stop. In 1997, amid mounting behind-the-scenes issues, Baywatch quietly let her go. "It became too difficult to deal with her," said showrunner Douglas Schwartz. Yasmine's absence was chalked up to scheduling conflicts, but insiders knew the truths she was fighting for her life. Her relationship with Torito strained under the weight of addiction and distance. She was working in San Francisco, he was in Los Angeles, and their love began to slip away. In her darkest moments, she compared ordering cocaine to ordering takeout. It was like ordering Chinese food. One phone call, and it was delivered. Then came the breaking point. On September 12, 2001, just one day after the 911 attacks, Yasmine was involved in a car accident on Interstate 94 near Detroit. Police discovered syringes filled with liquid cocaine and drug residue. A search of her hotel room turned up even more. She pleaded guilty, receiving 2 years probation and 100 hours of community service, but it also became her turning point. In a raw, heartfelt 2003 essay for Glamour titled "Back from My Drugs," Yasmine shared everything. She spoke of the pain, the shame, and the false highs. She admitted to blowing thousands of dollars on online shopping, calling it a substitute addiction. "I once spent $10,000 in one night shopping on the web," she wrote. Despite relapse, despite isolation, she found her way back. In 2002, she and Paul Cerrito married at the luxurious Bacara Resort in Santa Barbara. It wasn't a fairy tale ending, but it was the beginning of a new life, one rooted in honesty, love, and healing. Her father, Phil Bleeth, remained her rock throughout. She remembered his heartbreaking reaction when he saw her post-arrest. He started to cry. He said, "I looked like a shell of myself." That moment, she said, finally made her see the damage she was causing, not just to herself, but to those who loved her. Still, the media wouldn't let up. Tabloids continued to hound. Her one infamous story involved her scratching her nose near a Baywatch set payphone. The National Enquirer turned it into a drug scandal. Her co-star, Gina Lee Nolan, called it out. There was none of that going on. The media made it seem like she was It was extremely unfair. She turned down acting roles, according to Baywatch creator Michael Burke. She gets offers all the time. But she's smart with her money. She invested well. Instead, she chose to live between Scottsdale, Arizona, and Los Angeles. Far from red carpets and relentless lenses, a year later, in 2021, she quietly returned to acting in the indie comedy Whack the Dawn. Alongside Richard Grieco, an ex. The film didn't make headlines, but that wasn't the point. For Yasmine, it wasn't about fame anymore. It was about doing things on her terms. Today, Yasmine Bleeth lives a quiet, private life. She's not chasing the spotlight, and she's not running from her past. She's simply living. Her story isn't about a fall from grace. It's about resilience. It's about a woman who faced the darkest corners of addiction and media cruelty and still found a way to survive. She may never return to the screen full-time. She may never don the red swimsuit again, or the beauty queen in Crowned and Dangerous, or the heartbreaker of Nash Bridges. Her most powerful role has been survivor. Yasmine Bleeth's journey is one of heartbreak, survival, and strength. If her story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold Hollywood stories. Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching.